Full disclosure, some books you remember because, you remember because what they did to you. And this is one of those books. I've actually already read this one. I read it a long time ago, but I have thought to myself on more than one occasion, perhaps I will give it the one-page test to see if I would read it again, because maybe reading it in high school soured my taste for it. And perhaps I would enjoy it more now that time has gone by. This is The Lord of the Flies by William Golding. And we'll start with Chapter 1, The Sound of the Shell. The boy with fair hair lowered himself down the last few feet of rock and began to pick his way toward the lagoon. Though he had taken off his school sweater and trailed it now from one hand, his gray shirt stuck to him, and his hair was plastered to his forehead. All around him, the long scar smashed into the jungle was a bath of heat. He was clambering heavily among the creepers and broken trunks when a bird, the vision of red and yellow, flashed upwards with a witch-like cry, and this cry was echoed by another. "Hi," it said. "Wait a minute." The undergrowth at the side of the scar was shaken, and a multitude of raindrops fell pattering. "Wait a minute," the voice said. "I got caught up." The fair boy stopped and jerked his stockings with an automatic gesture that made the jungle seem for a moment like the home counties. The voice spoke again. "I can hardly move with all these creeper things." The owner of the voice came backing out of the undergrowth, so that twigs scratched on a greasy windbreaker. The naked crooks of his knees were plump, caught and scratched by thorns. He bent down, removed the thorns carefully, and turned around. He was shorter than the fair boy and very fat. He came forward, searching out safe lodgments for his feet, and then looked up through thick spectacles. I just think there's not really a whole lot here to begin with. We just basically have what appears to be a boy running through the jungle, and then there's another boy as well. And that's really all we get information-wise in the first page, as far as I can glean from it. And there's also, I guess they're just sort of talking to each other. And there's sort of mystery as to what's going on, but it's very light. It's a very light mystery happening here. Yeah, but basically we get some vibes. We get some vibes and the beginnings of some characters, but you don't really get any information about them other than young boys. And one of them is fat. So, yeah, I don't think it's a very strong opening. It doesn't really leave a whole lot to the conflict portion of the mind. The part that likes to parse, thriller novels like, oh, what's going to happen next? You don't really get much of that. Also, I will say the language in this is disorienting in such a way to where you kind of have to pause a minute and wonder what's happening. It only gets worse, I know, because Golding doesn't use dialogue tags. So there's no he said, she said, etc. It is just the statement in quotes, followed by another statement in quotes. So you're oftentimes wondering who is speaking. It can get confusing very fast. I guess a stylistic choice that I don't like. But yeah, I don't know. I think I might put this one back on the shelf only if I ever feel very, what's the term? Masochistic? If I'm feeling very masochistic on a given day, I might pick this one up and read it again. If anybody liked this book and has read it, or is now interested in reading it, let me know. Tell me what you thought about it. There is at least one excellent scene in this book involving a pig head on a stick. That scene is very haunting. And perhaps I could recommend that scene just as an excerpt. But yeah, this has been Lord of the Flies.